again, everybody. Welcome to On the Clock. I'm Mark Heffernan. I'm joined by Jamie Halloran. Am I saying that right? Correct. And that other guy, Sterling Christy. Both juniors, members of the Walsh University women's and men's basketball team. And of course, this week, you guys, it's Rivalry Week. We're talking about Malone coming into our building. And, you know, yesterday we spoke to a couple players, and it's just different, right? It just makes for a different kind of week. And I asked them both, and I'll ask you guys the same question because it's interesting. When you wake up Saturday morning, Jamie, is it different knowing that it's Malone?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you can tell kind of just all week, even with like football or any sport, that it's like Malone week. Like there's just kind of a buzz around campus. Like, you know, there's going to be a lot more people than usual there. So.
How about you, Sterling?
Well, for me, I've never had like a rival like in high school or college. So for me, it's a big deal. Like just having a rival, and then it just makes it so much fun. Like the game, you know there's going to be a big crowd.
Right. You
know people are going to come out and support because it's Malone Walsh.
We talked about this yesterday too. You know, normally during the season, you're playing Thursday, Saturday. And no Thursday game this week for some reason. So that Malone game even gets more amped up as the week goes along. Do you notice it in practice? Is there a different vibe even during your work week? Is it more serious? Is there I shouldn't say this. Are your teammates or yourselves more focused than normal, or is it business as usual?
I mean, it's business as usual, just because like you said, there's no Thursday game, so usually we would be preparing for who we're playing on Thursday, like
right.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but like we have all week to prepare for Malone.
Is there an advantage then? I mean, I guess this is a double-edged sword. Say, for instance, you were playing on Thursday. Would the preparation for Malone be just amplified and quickened, or do you like it better when you have more time to prep for an opponent?
I like it more time to be able to prep, but at the same time, I mean, dealing with other teams in the conference the same way, you gotta just the days you have available, you gotta take it on full head of steam and try to do what you can do the days you have available.
Okay, now we're gonna use our imaginations a little bit. Most athletes that I've known, you know, they all want that moment. They all visualize wanting the ball at crunch time. I guess I'm going to ask you both to confess to our viewers out there. Are you those kind of players? Do you want the ball in crunch time, or are you the person who, you know, it's like a hot potato and you know you're moving it to the next person?
I mean, I think you're right. Everyone does think about that, but hopefully, you know, there is no crunch time.
Right.
Just beat them by itself.
Yeah, because you know, and even for us novice people who've shot a basketball in our lifetimes, we all go out on the playground and we all do that 3, 2, 1, right? You play out that final moment. Sterling, is it like that for you even at this level?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to have the ball in my hands. I feel like I would make the right play. Because I'm not a selfish player. Like, I facilitate a lot on the team, so I feel like I could make the right play. And with my experience, I feel like I could do it. Like, I'm not the one to want to take the last shot.
Right.
But I feel like I could get us in position or help us find the right shot to take during the time.
What's great about, you know, from my little corner of the gymnasium, watching the women's team and the men's team play this year, and this is probably what makes you guys dangerous, there are several options out there all the time. Both the women and men's team, you got shooters, you got people who can play the inside. That kind of makes you dangerous, doesn't it?
Yeah, I just think we're so deep, like for women at least.
Yeah.
There's just like, it's hard to focus on just one person.
Right.
But there's like, you have to focus on almost everyone on the court.
Right. And you guys the same way.
I get, like, whenever like I get in the post, I got 3 or 4 shooters I can throw it out to, and
yeah,
you got to guard every single one of them.
Well, like I said, I sit there in the corner, and it's funny because wherever the ball ends up, if your eye goes away from the ball, you see 3 or 4 players, like you said, like this. Everyone's ready to go, right? Everyone's going to catch and shoot, and you're having a heck of a season out there on the perimeter. No, wait. It'll continue. Yes, no problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And you've been throwing down some monster dunks, and I called somebody who went here after, I forget which game it was, but you took some pass down the lane, and it just was ridiculous, and I thought we were going to have to call maintenance and have them, you know, screw in the basket again, but luckily it survived. As the week rolls on, you guys, and we get closer and closer and closer to Saturday, does the seriousness of practice as the clock ticks closer to Saturday, does it become a bit more serious as we roll along, or is it like that from the get-go?
It's usually like that from the get-go. We just focus on different things in
Mhm.
practice, so we'll focus more like on personnel like later in the week than
Right.
we do at the beginning.
And your coaches both try to, I mean, I know JY has been through a zillion of these Walsh-Malone games, and Kate's been through enough of them to know. Do they let you know that this is an important week for y'all?
Yeah, for sure. The whole city's gonna be there.
The whole
Insane.
city's gonna be
I
there.
think.
Yeah, we're expecting a big crowd. It is Saturday. Women play at 1, guys play at 3. Hope to see you here at Alumni Arena. Go Cavs. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.